Hi, I'm Christina Whitney from the Handi Quilter studio. Today I have the HQ Triangle ruler. You'll notice that it has two different shapes in it. It has an isosceles triangle and an equilateral triangle. With any ruler that you use, make sure that you use the handy grip so that your ruler doesn't slip around on your fabric. Make sure you use your surefoot to prevent any problems from the ruler hopping over it, and also your ruler base to give you that extra stability while you're using the rulers. So let me show you how this ruler has been used in an actual quilt. We have some quarter square triangles here, and we dropped the isosceles triangle into the middle to do a nice echo. And the equilateral triangle was used in this block here, making a pinwheel going around. Okay, let me show you some different patterns that we can use this HQ triangle ruler with. You'll notice that I used just a portion of the triangle ruler. I didn't do the full 3 sides to give me that right angle to do a border or a sashing. And you can also come back making it into a square. Let me show you another thing that we can do with this. We're going to offset the ruler. And let me also show you how we get this ruler on. We need to have the needle up, and then you can slide the ruler over the top and position it. So I'm going to line it up using my grids on my seam. Again, nice firm pressure, not too much or else you won't be able to move your machine. Stitching along the side of the ruler, going up and down. Shift the ruler up, over, up and down. Okay, now I'm going to do a different design, and I'm going to rotate the ruler so that it is with the flat side along the top. And I'm going to close this into a square. So stitching down and back up. Meeting that point there, shifting over, down and up. Okay, here's another idea that you can put in a border or sashing using 2 sides of the ruler. We're going to go up and down, and if you want, you can add a little fill. And you don't even need to move the ruler. You can just keep it in that same position. Coming back to your ending spot here, shifting the ruler over, up and down, and again you can add another fill if you'd like. And you can go all the way across with or without fills, whatever works for you. Now we can do the equilateral triangle. Doing a similar design, I did all 3 sides because I wanted the closed shape, and then traveled back over and then did my fill, shifting over. I'm going to do 3 sides. I did my fill on the opposite side and then travel over, using that bottom line as my travel line to go across. Another way that you can travel is doing a flying geese. So let's look at this one. This one I started down here at the bottom, went around, up, down, and back. And you'll notice as I shift down, that's going to be where I end after I do my 3 sides. So I use the travel line again, traveling down and over to get to the next spot. If you don't want to use the travel lines though, here's another idea that you can use. Do your 3 sides of the triangle and then do little loops or another fill to get to that point to start your next triangle. Okay, let me show you this hexagon shape that I've done here. It's using the equilateral triangle using the center point. So I line up my ruler, stitch the 1 triangle, stopping at your center point, rotate the ruler, and you're going to travel along that existing triangle, make the 2nd and 3rd side, and just continue around until you have your full hexagon. Okay, now I'm going to demonstrate a pinwheel. We're going to find a center point. I've got a little mark here on my quilt top. And I'm going to use the equilateral, or sorry, I'm going to use the isosceles triangle for this one. So make sure your needle's up as you slide that on. I like to put the needle back down to hold it in position while I rearrange the positioning of the ruler, making sure my hand's in a comfortable position. I'm going to stitch right along my seam line, pausing at the point so that I get a nice stitch there, and coming back to the center. From here, I'm just going to rotate the ruler. Notice my hand is a little bit different, just depending on the positioning of the ruler. Stitching down, pausing, back up, and again rotating around, getting a good hand position. Getting the pesky strings out of the way, and let's do one more side. And there's your pinwheel. So one last design that I want to share with you is a border that you can use, and you can play with this as much as you want, determining what size triangles you want to use. So I used the full length, and then I just used a little portion, and then the full, alternating back and forth. Or if you go down here, you can see I just used 3 littles, or I used a medium, a big, a medium. Mix them up, have fun with it. I love this triangle ruler. I love that it's got 2 different shapes in it so that you can have a variety of different ideas to do.